And we're up.
And we are motherfucking live. You know what it is. This is Unwrap, baby. Yeah. Want to make a quick apology that we wasn't with y'all last night, but we here now, goddammit. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? And as we always do, just get a little loose right now. Just loosen it up right now. Let's get unwrapped. I ain't talking about getting undressed, motherfuckers. Keep the clothes on right now. Let's get unwrapped, not undressed. You know? If you just got home, grab you that little sippy sip. Sit down, turn this shit on. You might get a laugh or something. You know what I mean? You might learn something. You know what I'm saying? You might get mad. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be alright. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Gotta get loose, baby. Unwrap, baby. I'm gonna spill my drink.
Don't do that.
I'm getting unwrapped. I'm gonna spill my motherfucking drink. That boy getting unwrapped right now. All right. Y'all getting loose? Y'all looking a little stiff. Don't tell me y'all stiff.
You want to put your
This
rolls
ain't
on?
no stiff conversation, okay? This ain't no MAGA conversation, okay? This is not for the straight collared ass motherfuckers, okay? This is for my unwrapped people out there, you know what I'm saying? We like it, we want all the smoke. We want all the debates. And the whole time we gonna be like this. We be nodding our head at your goofy asses, alright? Yeah. I don't know. I'm feeling real good tonight. Vibe with us. Yeah. Got a little special guest tonight. Yeah. All right. Enough of that shit. Let's get into this motherfucking shit right here. Aha! All right, you know what it is. This is Unwrap with your boy. Can't even say it right now. But tonight we got a special guest. We got a special motherfucking guest. Tonight we have a young artist, coming up artist by the name of Just Kendall. Now I've heard some of this man's music and I can tell you I'm thoroughly impressed. And that's why he's here on the show tonight. We're going to dig it up with him a little bit, see what his whole creativity, his whole process is like, and see what makes him great. I think the young man's headed for greatness, my own opinion. And that man is our special guest tonight, Just Kendall. Don't get it confused with anybody else, man. It's Just Kendall. Let's go.
All right.
All right. NASHVINO.
And up next, we got the resident bad boy, antagonist, the administrator of the whole shit, Lord of the level, sound god.
Who
We
that?
got heat detector.
My mans, that would be me. All right, I'll take that. Enough, everybody. Thank you very much. Enough, everybody. Please. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God Almighty. Okay. And next up, you know who we have right here. We got the godmother, NASHVINO, the head of the whole kingdom, the queendom, as some might say. She's up here to give us that real shit, that real talk, that real perspective. And that is the one and only NASHVINO. Okay. I see you, NASHVINO. I think that was all right. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a nice little introduction, if I do say so myself. All right. Enough of the bullshit. You know what we do already today. So we're going to start this off with what we do always, which is get it off your chest. And we're going to start that one off to none other than our special guest, Just Kendall. Now, Just Kendall, you have to know to get it off your chest means that's bothering you and fucking your day up. It might have fucked your week up, might have fucked your month up, or it might be just something that you always think about that you just say, God damn, why in the fuck do people do that, or why in the fuck does that happen? Go ahead, bro.
All right, I just want to start off by saying thank you for having me, both
Oh,
of
no
y'all.
problem, no problem.
It's a,
Get it off
definitely
your
a pleasure
chest.
being here. But I ain't gonna lie. Lately, I've been getting into my label whatever, and
Oh, relationship stress.
yeah.
Now, just so you know, we ain't no Dr. Phil or Dr. Philette over here.
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay, well, I'm not. We'll get some advice from her. I'm just going to tell you, hang in there, kid. It'll be all right. But go ahead.
It's gonna be alright, yeah, for sure. But other than that, like when it comes to like other friendships and shit, like the real thing I'm dealing with is like motherfuckers are suffering like with integrity and shit. Like I hate motherfuckers who rant on and on about loyalty and don't even get the fundamentals of integrity. G, like what the fuck? Type
That's
shit.
interesting. How old are you? How old are you again, Just Kendall?
I'm 20 years old.
20 years old. Those are strong words coming from a 20-year-old man, young man.
Definitely.
Character and integrity, those are things that people talk a lot of shit about. But you know, it's a tough one if you never had it in your life, if you've never been taught it. You know what I mean? It's not something you can. I don't believe it's something you can just teach. I think it's something that it starts from your childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry for your
Maybe you
roots.
can grow into some of that shit. You know, as you get older, and you realize your past mistakes and shit like that. But it's good to hear that it's a young person saying that right now at 20 years old, because I know at 20 years old, I really didn't give a fuck about too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I always steadfast on being a man of my word and being the same always. Like I'm people that have known me for years and know I'm the same that I was in my 20s than I am now. You know, obviously I've slowed down a little bit, not as wild and shit, but same shit, same person, same everything. But yeah, that's good shit. I understand it. I get
Yeah.
it. Dr. Philette, since you had some when I said it wasn't the Dr. Phil and Philette show, you said it is. So now you gotta say something.
No,
Get
I
all
mean,
get all the side chair doctor with him laying on the couch and tell him about his emotions and feelings and how he needs to. I don't know.
no, I was
I'm
just
not sure.
really honestly, I just wanted to see what people gonna say. I find sometimes people don't even know how to articulate their point, but he got straight to it, and I mean that's definitely a valid concern. I mean,
Word.
one thing I would say is sometimes you just have to let shit go. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if motherfucker don't understand integrity, like that's the basis of every fucking thing.
Right.
To say if you can lie, you kill, if you steal, you kill. Like that's how you shit. You know? So I don't like being in relationships, whether it's friendships or an actual like romantic relationship where the person I'm dealing with don't have integrity. I can't trust them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't
Right.
move like that. You know?
But isn't that how that works in like every relationship that you might have? Like if it's a intimate relationship, well, all relationships are intimate, but like a physical intimate relationship or just a relationship with a homie or a homiette or whatever in the fuck, you know what I mean? Because you also got to give some of yourself to a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody
Yeah.
fucks that up, that's like, yeah, it hurts. You
And
know
who
what
the
I'm
fuck
saying?
wants to be in a relationship where you can't give your whole self? Fucking waste of time.
But okay, but does that mean that a person should go into any type of relationship already with the guard up and just being like, fuck that, without even, because you don't know if a person has integrity or character right out the gate.
Right,
You know what I
right. No,
mean?
and you shouldn't like cut the world off and and not try. I'm just saying once you find that out,
Right.
it's up to you to decide if this is somebody you want to keep gambling with. You know what I mean? 'Cause
True.
it's almost like you give a piece of yourself and you give so much that you're gonna give it all back. If you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Kendall, you got anything you want to add in that? I mean, anything hearing that you hearing that's hitting home to you, or that's striking a chord with you or anything?
No, seriously though. Heavy on the regardless of the relationship, like seriously, like it don't matter like what kind of relationship you really get into. Like if you really had those type of problems, it could be with anybody, like even family.
Right.
And like I'm a man a big that's big on family. And where I come from, like my family fucked up. So it's like I have to start my own family and restart and just have to not, in a sense, break the generational curses and shit like that.
I mean, what you got to say about that, Nash?
I think that's even more, tough for him because, you stepping outside on a limb, you already got a chip on your shoulder, what I'm saying, considering, what you dealt with previously. It's like you giving them more stuff, you more going and
Yeah, That's like coming into life already with a broken leg. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That takes forever to fucking heal. And the whole time you got this broken leg, you don't even fucking realize you have the broken leg. You know what I'm saying? You walking on that bitch every day, you're like, ah. And then one day you realize, fuck, my leg's been broken all this goddamn time. Let me sit down and elevate that motherfucker, put a cast on it or something. You know what I mean?
I feel bad for like this generation of young people because they're way more exposed than even you was different than I was, but like
Right.
you could be whoever you want to be, you know what I'm saying, without you know what I'm saying, especially if the people you kicking it with didn't necessarily live by you or whatever. But now it's like everything is exposed, everything's online. People
Right.
could really do and investigate you and you not even know. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Oh
Draw
no,
their
no,
own
no. That's
conclusions.
facts. That's facts. You see the can of worms you opened up, just Kendall. That's facts, though. Because I come from a generation where a motherfucker would call you at the house and be like, "Hey, so and so looking for you. He at the park
Yep.
right now." You know what I'm saying? Now, if you already got that phone call and you don't show up to the park, nigga, you was a whole punk. Whether you was gonna get your ass whooped or not, you got to show up to the park. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? You gotta like. I remember once I had been dodging this nigga so long, man. I like low key. I don't know that I was scared. I was just nervous. They lived right next door to us. This nigga was, and at the time I probably was 5'7", and he's a whole 6'4". Even then, he was already older than he was the older brother of some friends, right? And like all the little kids started talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you scared? You scared of him? You scared of him? What's up, Thomas?
That's my
And
brother, by the way.
oh yeah, that's what's up. Shout out to Thomas Griffin. Um, but everybody was like, "Yo, you scared? You scared?" And I got fed up. So like, we was on the bus back to the crib from school, and this brother started talking shit now. And we the same age. And I was like, "That's it. It's on and cracking." I turned around in the seat because he was like, "Yeah, he nigga scared. He's scared of my brother. My brother gonna whoop his ass." I turned around. I think I was in the ninth or 10th grade, something like that. I turned around and slapped the shit out that nigga. Go get your brother. I'll be right here at the park. He went and got his brother. We went from the park to the front of his house. I beat the brakes off that nigga. Beat the dog shit out of him. But then I said all that to say this. I come from an era where like you couldn't run your mouth. You couldn't do a lot of shit because somebody would see real quick, like, you know what I'm saying? And you had to be like, if you said you was gonna show up to something, you had to fucking show up. You know what I mean? Because then motherfuckers be like, damn, you didn't even show up, man. Even if it was for a football game or something in the park, tackle football or baseball or basketball or any motherfucking thing, especially if your friend was in need. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't show up, that's foul ball shit. And you wouldn't have no motherfucking friends. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right.
NASHVINO,
Oh man.
you know what I'm about to tell you? Get it off your chest. Get it off your chest.
I fucking hate when places have apps, websites, and the shit doesn't do what it's supposed to. If it's not
Man.
ready, if it's not ready, if it's not fully functional, you need to put a message up there that says we got
Beta. That's
limited
what it says. It
functionality.
says beta. It'll say
Right.
beta. Stop downloading beta shit.
Like I can't I can't function bro. Like it's so many just websites, fucking loyalty programs, it's all this shit. Like don't tell me that I can earn points if I come the shit don't show up, it takes 3 damn days for the coupon to work. Like
You
no.
don't. You don't want to earn them points.
But I'm saying, you know how they'd be like, oh yeah, you can and you can point and then you be looking and
I
they
don't
shit
know.
don't
I
show
don't
up for
use
like
none of
three
that
days.
shit. I don't use none
You
of that
don't?
shit. My wife does. I don't use none of that shit.
Man, that shit easy.
Hell yeah, you better save money out here.
Say, come on now. See, then again, you know what I mean? Like this goes back to my whole era. Like, man, come on, man. And just how I was raised anyway, man. I don't give a fuck about the price.
Man, don't do
Just
that.
throw
Not
it in
not
the
not these days.
bag.
Bro.
So
Fucking get
I just
around.
Throw
say
it in the
I say
bag.
$58 at the grocery store today.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Slow down. Back up. Wait a minute. You did what? For how much
I
groceries?
say $58 from grocery store. My original total was like
All
211 or
right.
some
See,
shit
I
like
fuck
that.
with that. Okay. See,
I,
now you're talking something different. I do all the cooking in the house, and I do most of the grocery shopping because if I leave that up to
exactly.
my wife, we'll have
See.
all kinds of snacks and chips and shit, but nothing to actually cook.
You need that
Exactly.
real shit.
You know what I'm
Man,
saying? So if
man,
I
I
can
went. I got
save $58 or more, yeah, I'll definitely have to after the show. I'm gonna have to talk to you about that.
yeah, yeah.
Points and
That's
shit. Let me see.
that's a fresh deal. I'm
Let me
about to
see if a
do some shit with
motherfucker
it.
can get some motherfucking points up in here. Let me pimp the game right quick. You know what I'm talking about? Let me pimp the game and get a couple of double coupons, and you know what I'm saying. Let me get the senior discount. I want it all, baby. I want it
Oh,
all. You know what I'm saying? I'm handicapped. I'm a senior citizen. I want it all. I'm going bald. I want everything.
yeah, I can't wait to my
You know what
AARP
I'm saying?
for real.
Shit. Well, I don't know, but I don't know what you're talking about the ARP shit.
Hey, look, I'm not trying to put the
Listen,
business out there. If you are of age,
listen.
you
I'm
can
gonna,
take
I'm
the
gonna, I'm gonna
example.
need you to take it back a notch, take it down a notch. don't
My bad.
nobody need to know shit about me except for the name Heat Detector and Unwrap.
All I'm
Okay?
saying is, anybody out there in the street that is of age to partake in AARP, you good. 'Cause it's damn near 30% off everything.
Okay, well, whatever. They've been trying to give me backpacks and all kinds of shit for a minute, and I ain't taking none of it, okay? The fuck I look like walking into McDonald's with an ARP backpack going,
Hey,
can I
I
get
would
my free
cry.
cup of coffee?
I
Fuck
would
out of
cry.
here. I
I
ain't
would
doing
fucking that shit would be hilarious.
it. No, it wouldn't be because I won't do it. I won't do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's my beat.
I'm halfway tempted to motherfucking dye my beard. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me started.
Nah, I don't do that.
Don't do
Don't get me started because I think it's my turn to get it off my motherfucking chest.
It definitely is.
Well,
it.
I'm gonna get it off
Definitely.
my chest. I don't like when motherfuckers call me old, okay? And I don't like when motherfuckers start talking about AARP. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like when motherfuckers start talking about, you know what I'm saying, free backpacks and cellular service. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. I don't need a
My
flip
bad.
phone, nigga. I know how to work a goddamn iPhone. You know
Go
what I'm
off,
saying?
Heat.
Stop giving me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole grown young man. You know what I mean?
Go off,
Stop.
Heat.
You know what the fuck I'm saying?
My bad.
AARP my ass. But hold on, let me digress. That wasn't my real get it off your chest. My real get it off your chest is these motherfuckers online. Okay, I gotta say this shit. If you gonna have a fucking nickname on your shit, especially if you're streaming or doing whatever, can that energy just match? Because if I see one more motherfucking queen, boss lady, honey bun cheeks, fucking nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm big boss building billionaires when your ass is more like Bob the Builder. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give it a name that reflects who you are. You know what I'm saying? Don't give it you know what I'm saying? Queen Boss Lady 2022. No, what boss? What are you bossing around besides them 5 kids you got? You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
What are you doing? Because you're not doing anything. You the boss of making beds? You know what I'm saying? You the boss of going to Walmart and buying nothing but processed food for your kids to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's what you the boss of. You the boss of that link card. It's okay.
That's
You know what I'm
fucked up.
saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. We all got a link card, man. What the fuck? Stop playing. I got
Oh
12 of
my
them. No, I
god.
don't, government. I don't. I promise I don't. Yeah, I do.
You have to say 12. That shit got me in.
No, I'm just saying, like, that shit really be fucking with me. When you go and you see something, you're like, oh, who the fuck is this? Looking at your phone, you're like, oh. King Corso, man of man. What? And you look at the picture, it's a skinny white dude. Like, what? Look at what? You know what I'm saying? Pit bull boss. Oh, he got dogs. No, he's just sitting there with his shirt off in the fucking mirror. No, bro. No, bro. If you're gonna have a name, have it reflect of who you are. My name is Heat Detector. It's on all of my shit. Why did I call me Heat Detector? Well, because I detect heat. I know when the shit is hot.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. I'm not boss heat detector. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying, king heat detector of the fucking land, 2022 or 187. King heat detector 187, like I'm out here committing murders and shit. No, man, come on. Hey, yeah, I'm just saying, I'm glad that got me sweating a little. Just a little
No, you're
punch
right.
right up underneath the, you know what I'm saying, where the arm connect to the you know what I'm saying, the shoulder part, like just right there, just a little moist.
That's actually my rule though. If I can't tell who you are by your name, I just think that shit. I don't got time for that
Right.
stupid
But you
shit.
know what I'm saying? How many, like, you know, like, you probably have friends and shit. Like, I so many friends on Facebook. Well, I don't know them people. But when I look at their names, you know what I'm saying? Chula the best. Hmm? You know what I'm saying?
Papi Chulo.
Yeah. Papi Chulo Suave. You know what I'm saying? Papi Chulo Suave 312. Really?
El Chapo.
Yeah. Nigga, you are not El Chapo. You know what I'm saying? You know, checking bags Charlie. What?
Checking back.
You live with your mama, man. You checking a bag? The fuck out of here with that shit, man.
Oh no.
You ain't even got a car talking about, yeah, I'm out here getting bread, bro. The fuck out of here. Anyways, yeah, okay, so we all got it off our chest, man. That was fucking beautiful. That shit. Enough of that. Enough. But before we go, I gotta say something. I gotta show something real quick. See, you know, a lot of people know me from working on the machine. And I just went and did something. I went and got myself a little something. And those that are in the know will know. This right here, whoops. This right here, uh-oh. This right here means, those of y'all that know me, this means y'all niggas is in trouble. Y'all niggas is in trouble. Real trouble. Like, when I say trouble, I mean real trouble. You lo-fi niggas out there making lo-fi beats, you other motherfuckers out there, you already know I talk shit. I want all the fucking smoke. Give me a minute. Let me familiarize myself with that motherfucker, because it ain't shit, because I already been doing shit on it. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Wait, I got a little something coming.
Did you use that for what you did today?
No, I used my machine. You can't see it. It's my I got a machine MK2 Native
Okay.
Instruments. I've been fucking with the machine shit or Native Instruments since 2010. But I used to be an MPC guy. Then I went from the MPC to the Roland 8800. And I've always done, like, you know, software, Fruity Loops, Ableton, all that kind of shit. But I love hardware. And the motherfuckers that are in the know that see that, they in the know. They're gonna know what's cracking. So, yeah, okay. With that being said, I had to say that. With that being said, now let's get into the special guest, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, Just Kendall. What's up, young man? How you feeling?
Feeling, man. I'm feeling blessed, man.
All right.
Tell you the truth.
I hope we ain't over your head too much right now with all the shit talking and everything else. I hope you vibing with us right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling the vibe.
All right, that's
So
what's up. That's good. So, as I explained to everybody, you're an up and coming artist. Tell us where you're from, and what is your artistry? What do you do exactly? I'm assuming I ain't gonna try to call you a rapper, but I'm assuming you're more than a rapper, since you're
yeah,
Just Kendall the artist.
yeah, I'm not no rapper.
Okay, enlighten us.
Um, Well, just to give y'all
Yeah, like
a
where you
little.
from? Like, give us the overhead view, and then we can delve deeper.
So I'm from 101st and Parnell.
Mm.
You know, so I stay in the hundreds, the wild hundreds.
Okay.
Um,
Born and raised.
raised, not born.
Okay.
I
Where
was
you
really
raised?
born in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rough
so
place as well.
it's still rough. So
Yeah.
um, I was born there, and then I came out here to Chicago when I was 2 years old. I was basically like raised in the house with my mom and grandma most of my life.
All
Uh,
right.
really moved all over the Chicago area. You feel me? But I always end up coming back to the hundreds. So this is like
Okay.
home to me.
How do you go back to Minnesota often?
I did, you know, but now it's like I'm trying to like go beyond just Chicago and Minnesota.
Okay. Kelly Harrison, what's cracking? That's Kelly Harrison from Virginia. What's cracking? Sorry, you got to shout these people out when they. She been supporting me all the way back in the day when I put out the Avarice album, on iTunes and shit. So I got to shout her out. What's
That's
up, baby
on point.
girl? But anyways, sorry about that, bro. Go ahead. Come on. It hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Um, man, I ain't gonna lie, music, it low key changed how I see everything. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been rapping for more like 2 years. And now it's like, I ain't gonna lie, at first I just wanted the cash. Then I had a daughter. Then it was just like, damn, like what the fuck? My life spinning out of control, all type of shit. I low key like had a grace period where like I just fell back from the music and I low key lost myself. But
Right.
recently I just got locked up, been in the county and some more shit, fucking with the Chicago police the day after Mother's Day.
Oh wow. Well, we don't
Bro,
got to really speak on that. You
we
know
ain't
what I'm
gotta talk
saying?
about that yet.
But yeah, I mean, but what was the experience in jail? Is that what changed your perspective, or
That
what?
changed everything from like, you feel me? That was my first time, and even after me getting out, it's like I still live with that every day,
That's
and
called. You
I'm
know what that's called, bro? It's called PTSD. Because if you've never been around anything like that before, and it's such a shock to the system, it's gonna be with you forever. It's called post-traumatic stress disorder. It, you know, it's a real thing. And everybody gets PTSD from different shit. And
different
you
shit.
you still you still may be struggling with PTSD from shit from your childhood that you don't even recognize. But again, I'm not Dr. Phil, and this is not Dr. Filet and Filet Mignon. But I'm just playing. But I mean, she could speak on it too. You know what I mean? Because I guess if you're not mentally prepared to go to jail or whatever in the fuck, it could really put shit in perspective for you. You know what I'm saying? It could
Absolutely.
really put life and shit. That's why, like, a lot of motherfuckers, as soon as they go to jail, when they start talking about time, motherfuckers catch religion real motherfucking quick.
Yeah.
Real motherfucker. God, Jesus, if you just one time, just let me out today. I swear for God, I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna be good to my
That's not
mama. I'm gonna
funny.
be good to my kids. I'm
That's
gonna be a
not funny.
good man. I'm gonna get out this. You know what, Jesus? I'm gonna even give to the church. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start
That's
volunteering
not
my
funny.
time.
That's
I'm gonna
not
get to
funny.
know Pastor Jones and shake his hand and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that shit'll do it to a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. It's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you, Lord, I swear, if you just get me out this one time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Cook County don't give a fuck about the Lord
At all.
at all. So if you've never been in that situation, I'm pretty sure if you said it happened around Mother's Day or something, that motherfucker was jam packed.
Man, I ain't even gonna get it. I ain't even gonna get into it, but just know it was packed.
How long
Like
were you in there before we move on?
I was in there probably like 2 days.
Whee! That's enough to hit your whole cell block. That's enough to hit your whole division.
Yeah, so
Good thing you was only in there for 2 motherfucking days and you didn't have to deal with them wild animals. Because here's the thing: the young youth like you are wilder in jail than they are on the streets.
Hell yeah.
and it's some truth and some false to that now, because now apparently it's changed. Like now, what we really got to worry about is the old heads now.
Yeah, I heard that they got a new thing out there. Nasha, you're gonna love this.
Hmm.
Where like if especially if a young head fucking acts up, they whoop his ass and then they pull his pants down and spit on him.
Yes,
I heard that shit.
yes,
And the reason they do that is because now the state has to fucking call and say, because they have to do a DNA test and a rape kit test and say, hey, you're they can't say any details or no nothing, but they got to put a rape test, and all that does is put it out there that you was raped in jail. Ain't that some shit?
That's some diabolical shit.
That is listen, some of the most diabolical people and some of the most ingenious people are in jail and in prison. I promise you that.
That's like a whole level of fucked up.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
a
you
whole,
know,
like I say, if you a cold nigga on the streets and all of a sudden before you get out, there's a whole fucking shit going around that you got raped in jail because the state called you and called your people and everything and said, yeah, we had to do a rape test on him and there's an investigation and everything. We have to inform the families. You know what I mean? And then I heard that there's some niggas that take it the whole next level. They'll even put the tip in.
you know what? See, and then if
Just
you,
facts. Hey, listen, it's just facts.
but no, I'm saying, so I can't even imagine like being a person, whatever you did, you did some petty shit, you child support, whatever it was, and then you wind up fucking county, and now you got to deal with the kind of shit you've never fucking dealt with before. Like, and then they don't even have
PTSD.
right, and they don't even have the proper services to support that type of shit.
No. And what is it? What are you gonna say anyways to the nurse or whatever when they doing a rape kit on you and they sticking a whole Q-tip up your ass and you knocked out or whatever? You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck.
I need some tissue.
All they got to do is find DNA or something. You know what I mean? That's crazy as fuck, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's why. You know what? That's why when the last time I went to jail for a fucking traffic ticket, and the first time ever, they were like, "Are you a veteran?" And I am a veteran in the military. And I go, "Yes." And they put me in the fucking with nothing but military veterans. And you know what happens? It doesn't even matter what they're in there for. They all act like they're back in the military. So everybody's on their fucking best behavior. And it's all fucking soup. There's no gangs, nothing. They're like, oh, what branch were you in? Oh, that's what's up. You got a Navy brother over there. We'll bunk you up with over here because it's mostly Marines over here. And we got some Army over here. But there's Navy and Air Force over there. We'll link you guys up. We'll get you some shirts. We'll get you cleaned up, brother. It's like, this is the greatest shit ever. I'm in there kicking up my feet. I'm lounging. I'm like saluting motherfuckers, man. It felt like boot camp or something without the drill sergeants.
Meanwhile, around the corner, they spitting in each other's assholes and whatnot. Like,
No, meanwhile, on the other side of the fucking jail, motherfuckers is getting their assholes fucking spread wide open and getting spit on and getting rape tests.
that
Yeah,
now that like that.
that part. And motherfuckers got knives and fucking shivs and all that shit. Young gangbangers is fighting. You can't eat because you gotta wait because if you're a neutron, you don't want to say you're affiliated with anything because guess what? Now if the debt goes up, you gotta go with. If not, you'll be getting a rape kit. And if you're a neutron, by the time you get your motherfucking tray, ain't shit to eat.
It's like ain't nobody controls none of this shit. Like what
The guards gang bang. Stop it.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
The guards gang bang. Get
they
out of
do.
here.
They
When
do.
I first got here, I went, my sister, she got family in it. and they ended up putting me with a nigga that had already been in there for 3 motherfucking years. And listen, because of the guards and shit, and my sisters, them motherfuckers called me to the office. I was like, yo, and they were like, you Butchie. That's my family name, by the way. Don't ever call me that. And I was like, yeah, your sister Renee. Yeah, all right, you cool. Just don't fuck with nobody. Fuck with only the dude that's in your cell. All right. I mean, like, I ain't stupid, you know what I mean? And I've been locked up before. Next thing y'all know, I'm getting Subway sandwiches and shit for dinner. Hey, I happened to be in there on Thanksgiving. Me and my sister and that boy, me and my celly man, we had greens, turkey, yams. After everybody got locked down, I got told, don't eat none of this shit. Don't worry about it. Told my celly, I was told, don't eat it. So you don't eat this shit. He's like, shit, nigga,
What
you
did they
know this
have?
shit.
What did they have at the
They had
show?
like some dried up turkeys, some fucked up mashed potatoes, and you know, it was. Trust me, it's foul. You know what I'm saying? I had whole plates come in the room with fucking foil on them and everything right after lockdown. Cornbread, mashed potatoes, gravy, and motherfucking. I had everything. Everything. I was there for 30 days. I didn't eat hardly any of that shit. That's because my sister's cousins, there's 2 cousins that worked there. And when they found out I was there, because they know me and my sister have the same last name, they reached out to her. Is that your fucking brother? She's like, yeah, he locked up. Oh, we got him. Don't worry about it. So yeah, there's not just gang. And my sister and them, they're foes, folk hunter hustlers.
Mm.
I don't know if you know anything about the Ford family out there, but used to be some multi-millionaire motherfucking drug dealers. But anyway, that's a whole nother shit. We ain't gonna get into that. Let's get back to Just
Definitely is.
Kendall. Yeah, so the PTSD is real. See how we be drifting off sometimes, but it's okay. It's okay to drift off a little bit because sometimes you just might learn a little something. And guess what? If you go to jail, stay in your lane. Don't be a tough guy, or you'll get a rape test. All right. I guess that's the moral of that story.
More of the
Has
story.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Just Kendall. My bad, my bad.
But yeah, after experiencing that, man, I had made a song called Felony. I had low key like spread it across a couple ears. They was like, "Yo, this is your hardest shit, bro. Like, you need to really take this shit serious." Because at first, like I said, I was doing this shit for fun, man.
Right.
Like, wasn't looking for no money, none of that shit. Like, I done
So
made
what is
hella
the
fuck.
motivation right now? Like, so like you're at this point, and I let me explain something. Your Mother's Day was just a minute ago, right? So
A
you're
minute,
fresh. So you're low key. You're kind of fresh out.
still, yeah.
And what is going to be the difference for you to take this shit serious as opposed to, I don't know, go back to jail or whatever? Like what is the conviction for you to be an artist and to take this shit more serious besides the fact that somebody says that you're great or you made a couple of songs? You know what I'm saying? What is the bigger vision? What are the plans?
Really, really, my family, bro. Because I low key look at this as like a fucked up situation. I feel like I let my family down
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. And it's like they been telling me to get serious with my music, and I made Felony, and they like, Kendall, at this point you gotta really do something with this shit. And it's just
Right.
like now I'm really in mode now.
And what does in mode mean to you?
To me, I feel like I'm gonna prove to myself that I can actually take this further than just the basement, you know,
Right.
on stage,
Okay.
tour, you feel me? The
How do you, what
lifestyle.
what oh, okay. So considering that you're in the basement right now, I'm assuming that the top floor don't look like that on the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Um, but if you're going to take that from the basement to wherever you feel like you want to take it, how Do you have a plan? Like, I mean, you got to have something. You got to have a team. You got to have a plan. You got to, there's got to be something. You can't just go like, you know what, I'm going to take it out the basement. Boom. And then tomorrow hits and you're in the basement. Like, I mean, there has to be a plan. There has to be something. There has to be things in motion. You got anything in motion right now?
Yeah, as far as I'm low key trying to discipline myself when it comes to my music, like how I'm projecting, executing,
All right,
like
this is going to be the
things.
biggest test right now to see if you're really disciplined. Because I tell artists this shit all the fucking time. Before you even think about fucking putting a song out or doing your shit, are you registered with any artist type of company? What I mean by that, like actors have the Actors Guild,
Ask,
and musicians have ASCAP or BMI. Are you registered?
I'm registered through ASCAP and BMI.
Swoop. Okay, that low key says already you got your eye on the prize a little bit.
So
But that's just one step of many. What do
it's
you
just like
think,
walking through the
Najmino?
door.
Najmino, what do you think?
so I want to ask you about you talking about the PTSD and things of that nature. You know, you becoming a rapper or an entertainer. Let's just say that
Okay.
your your financial situation and your living situation. Of course, that might improve, but what about your stability? Like who do you have grounded? Like your foundation. Like what's that like?
As far as my foundation, like, you know, I work two jobs. You feel me? And I have a list of trade skills and stuff like that behind my background, like landscaping and carpentry. Like I'm a jack of really many trades. And as far as like what's keeping me going, like as far as the foundation, really all I ask for the ones around me is really just the emotional and spiritual support.
Okay,
And
that's good. But Najmina, I'm gonna ask you: is this what you mean? Like support, like as far as like a solid team, or is that because that's what I took out of what you said. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
what you
yeah, and
meant.
I think that's what
Yeah, because the foundation, like, I mean, I don't know how you plan to move forward if you don't have a solid foundation. That's what I was taking out of what you said. I could be
yeah.
wrong.
And you
um,
already that you like people who don't lead with integrity and don't even understand what that means. So I would imagine you be being a part of that world. I mean, this was everywhere that they never heard the word integrity.
Say again. You were like breaking up.
When he gets famous, when he actually dives into that world, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of people who don't necessarily believe in integrity, which is he's already
Oh
said.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the shit we
So
were talking about earlier about integrity and character and everything. Yeah. So
so
it's
like
so like, do you have a solid team behind you outside of family? Because this takes a lot to do what you want to do. Takes a lot of sacrifice, and it's more sacrifice than it is anything else because you got to sacrifice your job sometimes. You got to sacrifice family. You got to sacrifice being somewhere where you think you want to be. You know what I'm saying, with your friends or whatever in the fuck. But you have to know that like this shit takes work. It's not like it looks like in the videos where they're popping bottles and there's strippers in the video. You know what I'm saying? They're in the studio and they're just cracking bottles and they're doing whatever. Hell no. There's times when that shit happens, but more so than less. It's just all like
it's
quiet
just me.
time, music
It's
playing. Did
just
you write
him.
it yet? You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's a lot. It's a lot of. There's a lot of work into it. Because even if you make a great song, do you know how to perform it? Have you been in front of, because every time you perform, you have to perform. Even if you're performing in front of 3 people, you got to perform like it was 5,000 people. The same intensity has to be there every time. You can't get discouraged because you're doing open mics. I wouldn't recommend open mic type shit to anybody or pay to play. Just saying that. But if you're gonna do it, regardless of who shows up or who didn't show up, You know, maybe you're doing pay to play and they gave you 20 tickets for $200, and then now you sold all the tickets and got your $200 back, but none of the people that you fucking sold the tickets to showed up. It shouldn't make a fucking difference. That show should, one bad apple, two bad apples. Fuck that shit. You're a whole orchard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying by that? Like, 30 apples don't spoil a whole fucking orchard of what you're trying to accomplish. So that means you should be, maybe I'm skipping around a little bit, but just saying about the team and everything and how your dream should be. There should be a lot of there's a lot of puzzle pieces that need to be put in play. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you're only as strong as the weakest link.
Where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself at this point in 1 year?
I feel like I know in 1 year or less, I'm gonna be exactly where I want to be.
And where's that? That's she asked. She said, "Where do you see yourself?"
And
Okay,
that
in 1 year, where is that?
my
At the
first.
BET Awards
Nah, I was gonna say my
with a
first
big ass
step is
gold chain on. Talking about,
nah. My
I
first
want
step
to
is
give a
really
shout
just
out to Unwrap for putting me on.
yeah,
I'm gonna
really,
need. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that.
absolutely. Like
Me
my
and NASHVINO gonna need that. We're gonna need that young shout out.
We
like
appreciate it.
Especially next year. If that's what's happening in January, we gonna need that on public TV. Okay.
absolutely. Like this one interview here, like low key is like in a sense me walking in the door because like in 1 year, like I said, my first step is really to be put on the map, and I feel like this one interview is doing that for me. Or it's
Okay.
gonna start opening my eyes to a newer world, to start a newer journey.
Okay, NASHVINO, I got to be the devil's advocate here. Don't you think that's a bit naive for the young man? Because I really want to say to him, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? In a year, can you be the mama bear, if I could say that, and cushion the blow a little bit?
Well, no, say what you need to say, and then I'll pick up the pieces afterwards.
No, 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 no. You know what I mean. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with being optimistic. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? And
Very
you
optimistic.
gotta be your the advocate for yourself. You gotta be your own fucking cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? And speak that shit into existence. Because the more you say that out loud, the more you think forward, the closer you are to that goal.
You got to
Like,
speak in definites. You got to
man,
speak
you
in
gotta,
definites.
and then
Everything
that's
has
gonna
to be
change
indefinite.
the words that come out of your mouth will change the way you think. I'm saying you gotta say, every
Church,
like
girl. See?
just because at the end of the day, every little thing you do different from what you did today. I mean, shit, that's a big fuck it.
Yeah. Because if you start thinking like, well, I think next year will be my year. Well, guess what? When next year rolls around, it won't be your year because you're not going to be putting in the fucking work that you would if you said next year is my year. And that way you plan strategically. You do. You just do all the time. All the time. I know a guy who everybody used to laugh at and everything else, who now is, he was just on no jumper and all this other shit. And I used to tell him, I said, man, keep the same mentality, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Let the naysayers say what they want. Speak in definites. You know what I'm saying? Put your own truth in your own destiny in your own fucking hands. You know what I'm saying?
And
And now, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
you never know. Like you said that you feel like you let your family down. You never know like how you're gonna change their perspective of you. You know what I'm saying? And they probably proud of you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, only you can change someone's perspective of you. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Only you. I mean, I don't know. You seem like a great kid to me. I don't mean kid, young man, my bad. Seem like a great young man to me interviewing you. And right now, seeing what your vision is and just how you're talking. Hold on, I'm peeing in this cup.
I'm like, you know what?
No, I'm
I
lying. I'm
would,
lying. I'm fixing my drink. God damn. See, I told y'all this is unwrapped, not
hey, that shit was
undressed.
fucking
Come
funny because
on,
I
man.
really didn't know if you were serious or not. Like,
No, but I just try, like, I try to like to keep the shit a little light. You know what I'm saying? A little
Yeah.
light in the heels. You know what I'm saying? But for real though, if you you keep your focus and your determination there, when you do make sacrifice, that people will recognize what you're doing, and they'll say shit like, you know what I mean? I had a young artist right now. I don't want to say no names, but he's married to another young rapper slash artist from Chicago. They do their things. She was on a show called what was that show on Netflix? The rap show.
Uh,
Anyway, she was on it. Whatever. Blase blah. But their numbers are ridiculous. And I used to tell him because he was mad young when I met him, and he's a motherfucking savage. When I met him, I used to tell him like, if you really put forth the effort, all the motherfuckers that you know that be on the block and be on the corner, be wherever, trying to get you somewhere, what they're really gonna do is tell you, because they see something in you, they're gonna tell you, nah, you take your ass to the studio. So even if you have people in your life, if they see the work and the determination that you have, instead of you being on the streets, more even your best boy, you know what I'm saying? He might be like, yo, bro, why you want to hang out with me, nigga? You need to have your ass in the studio. We need you to make it. I need to be your manager. I need to be, maybe he likes cameras. I need to be your videographer. I need help. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking towards you. You feel me?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thomas Griffin. He said rhythm and flow. Yeah, you're right. Sasha Gohard. She was on there.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
And she fell off with the freestyle shit. She fell off.
Hey, you
You
know
guys
what? I
can't.
think like some Chicago
You can
female
see
church shit.
you can see the comments, right? Nasha.
I can, yeah.
So why ain't you answering your bro?
I mean, goddamn
You gotta
it,
shout him out at least. You ain't gotta say that's your brother, but you can shout him out. You know what I
you
mean?
did already.
Okay, all right, that's family shit. This is not Dr. Phil. All right,
But
but yeah, just keep stable people around you that understand the vision and understand the shit. And if they don't, they got to go.
yeah, you know what?
Absolutely.
I just want to document your journey. Everything fucking line now. So you build the following and take it with you. And thank you.
Yeah, that's a very good point. From this point on, everything you should be doing right now, that's a very good point. Everything you should be doing right now, as far as your growth, your movement, and your everything, link all of your accounts. If you don't have a Twitter, make one. If you don't have a Snapchat, make one. Facebook, everything, and link all those motherfuckers together in everything you do, because people nowadays love to be flies on the wall.
Hey, okay, so you told me I
Okay.
need to start shouting them out and mentioning this shit. You do
Hey,
an
hey,
asshole thing.
hey, Thomas. I'm with you on that, because you know what I'm saying. She could have at least said, "What's up, Thomas?" She could. She didn't even have to say that's my brother. She
Hey,
just she
I
said,
wanna
"What's
say
up,
this.
Mr. Griffith?"
I wanna say this live. Okay. I hope every time you make pasta, that should be too salt.
Say what? Wait. What? What the fuck did I miss?
I hope every time he cook pasta, that should be too salt.
All right. Okay. Shout
That's
out to
evil as hell.
Thomas Griffin. That sounded like a shots fired. Pow pow. Pew pew. Thomas, duck for cover. Duck for cover.
Oh shit.
Nah, but back to the topic. No, for real though. Get your shit all. You know what? Because people love to be flies on the wall. You know what I'm saying? And if you start from the bottom, start just putting like, hey, going to a meeting right now, going to this right now, going to go meet up with my producer right now. Just put that shit up. Even show a little bit of the talking with the producer or whoever you're talking to about you, whatever your shit is, put it up. Because people like to be, you know what I mean? Because then once you get big, they're gonna be like, oh, I was a fly on the wall when, you know what I'm saying? I've been there from the beginning. I seen everything. NASHVINO, why is there two of you?
Oh, what the fuck going on? And now I'm echoing.
Yeah, you
Hold on.
just put two of you. But You gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? And then once you get to a point where you can't manage that, then you have to have someone that you really trust to handle your social media. This is key. You know what I mean? You literally need someone to kind of follow you around with a camera. Let's say your numbers get into the 20, 30K. That's different movement. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to constantly film you, constantly doing shit. Because the main thing about shit where we live in today, and this is the biggest piece of advice I could give you right now, and that is content, 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 especially as a young artist. You got to give them everything behind the scenes, in the scene, fucking everything. Everything. Because people have the attention span of a fucking fly's dick. You know what I'm saying? Flies fuck for about 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? I'm being dead ass because they're not going to pay attention. But if you're always showing content and your movement and your shit, how you're building your own brand and your own shit, they'll get it. And people love to be like a part of something, especially if you're shouting them out a little bit, here and there. They love to be a part of something. And these will be the people that are gonna push and move your shit, a lot faster than you think. I don't know. I was talking a lot right there.
No,
Who
absolutely.
do you like today? Like who is an artist that you look up to?
He's gonna say
Really?
heat detector, but I'm gonna stop him right there. This is not that kind of show. So we'll get to that in another. Maybe we'll interview him fucking 6 months from now, 8, 9 months. I'm gonna give it a year, and then he's gonna be like, heat detector is that nigga. But okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, not gonna lie, for a long ass time until this rapper had just recently passed away, it's been Juice World.
Who?
But
Who?
Juice World,
Juice World. Okay, he affected a lot of people.
bro. So it's just like when I started making music, everybody was just like, you sound just like Juice World, you sound just like Juice World, ooh, whatever the case may be, you know. And I never really paid it no mind. But as far as like an alive artist that I look up to like a lot, really has been Party Next Door.
Wow, and he hasn't really put. Well, he got something new out recently.
But
But you know what we see? This is the most craziest shit about rap music is that you don't have to be in the mainstream to make money all motherfucking day long, hand over fist. You
don't
know,
at all.
I know motherfuckers right now that you probably never fucking heard of that live a good life. They make over 250,000 a year, and they tour, sell merch 6 months out the year, chill and make music the other 6 months, and do whatever the fuck they want and travel. So there's money to be made. There's so many lanes. There's so much shit. So the expectation of being one of these super rappers or whatever. You know, I'm not saying such a goal as that, but because my man's just comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Who knows how much money he's got saved up? You know what I'm saying? Like who knows? He's probably a millionaire a few times over, but he's just chilling and he's comfortable and he's saving up until where he ain't got to rap no more and he just go live somewhere in the mountains because that's the type of guy he is.
Just Kendall, would you be comfortable if you're able to take care of your family? Not like pussy rich, but you're able to work on your art and take care of your family and just cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Like even if my music was to making a big enough impact to where it's like many people adore me, like I wouldn't let that bother me. But it's in the same sense, it's like I really don't prefer the fame. Like I really like, yeah, I want to make an impact, but as far as the fame, like I really don't care for it.
You can make an impact without fame. We live in such a different era right now You don't have to be a Nipsey Hussle, a Dr. Dre, or excuse me, in any shit like that to make an impact, because you have to realize that every person that is a fan of you, you're making an impact. Every person that is a fan of you, every person that comes to your show, even if a show of 50, 60 people or 100 people, maybe you never do a show over 1,000, right? But you're getting paid, they're buying your merch, you're making an impact on their lives. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been a proponent of, if you can change one person's perspective on something or some fucked up shit, you've done your job.
Yep.
You've done your job. I promise you. I live that. I live that to this day. I give people, I help people, and it's not about me. I'm just trying to make a point. I don't live for the money. I live for the help. I live because there's nothing more gratifying than knowing that you help somebody. You know what I'm saying? Not that they were helpless. Not at all. I don't particularly care for people that are helpless, because their mentality is already kind of like, you know what I'm saying? They just want the handout, and that's just my thought process.
No, entitlement is real.
Yeah.
Say what?
Entitlement.
Right. Like, they're sitting waiting for the handout, and they knowing that a motherfucker like me might help them. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you got me fucked up. Somebody who's engaged and that shit inspires me. I
Yeah.
live off that being inspired, because it takes a lot to get me out of bed for fucking doing this shit for somebody. I've done this shit for so long. I done heard all the stories. I done heard every fucking thing you can think of about, oh, tomorrow, don't worry, bro, I'm gonna make us all rich. Yeah. Okay.
Ain't happening over there.
And NASHVINO, you've been in situations. You was a rapper. You're a hip hop head. I mean, speak on it. You just sitting there. You're supposed to be feeling real loose right now.
I'm enjoying the conversation. Thank you very much.
Okay,
I
but
started when I was in high school, and I really liked the music, but I was like kind of like guilty into it, and it was a lot of like
I think you
pressure,
might be
and
a
it was
little
a
too
lot of
far away from
silly
the
style
mic.
shit.
I think you might be a little bit
And
too far away from the mic.
I think it's echo.
No, I don't hear no echo. It's just like you just keep cutting in and out. That's all.
Uh, is that better?
Yeah, much better.
So I just wasn't really with the vibe because we had a group of people,
It
and we
was
all had
much better when you were
ideas.
closer.
What?
Because when you backed up, then when it
I'm
went
sorry.
stupid again.
It was just like it was bad to even start. You know what I mean? And I just made
Right.
a conscious effort to like not fuck with it because I just kept thinking to myself, I don't really want to sing something that I love.
Right.
Yeah.
But
And you
after that, not actually being the artist myself, but I definitely like dived in head first into the culture. You know what I mean? Like with
wait,
with
so
everything else.
you was never an artist?
Say that again.
You was never an artist?
No, remember I told you that we were working. We were supposed to sign with the Far Side label, and that shit
Far
was
Side?
yeah.
And what was your role?
So the group was called Verbal Assassin,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the guys that like put
Damn,
the
that
group
name sounds
together.
super familiar. Who put the group
Oh,
together?
What you gonna
Because
say,
Verbal
Justin?
Assassin sounds very familiar to me,
it
because
do.
that from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my history with Chicago rappers, especially underground shit. Like, I know, like, um yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Because Verbal, I know I heard that. I heard that from Reverb. There's an MC named Reverb. Fuck, I've heard it from another MC slash promoter and everything called White Jesus. Because this was pretty much back in the early '90s, then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
But no, it was unorganized as hell. Like our voices weren't being heard. It was terrible. So
Right. That goes
it
back
was
to the
like,
foundation.
Yeah.
yeah. And then we would like ask questions like, okay, so how is it that they trying to find us? Look, we all fucked up, and we just would never get our questions answered. And they'd be like, no, we just gotta go here. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. And it's like, yeah, no. Uh,
Right.
I'm cool on that.
So did that? Now this turned into a fucking NASHVINO goddamn interview. But just for a second. So what happened with that? Like, so because I never really got a chance to ask you that. Like, what happened? Was it like? Did you guys have management? Did you guys?
We had
So
none of that shit.
no one told you about ASCAP, BMI, none of that shit.
We
You
had
knew
none of that shit.
nothing.
It was four dudes that was rapping, and then there was this girl that we went to high school with, and she was
What
like
was your
super,
role?
super pretty. They
What
wanted
was
her
your
in the
role?
group because she was gorgeous, and it was like I was supposed to write for me, and I was supposed to write
Oh,
for
you
her.
were the writer. You were a ghostwriter.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm like, man, she didn't even want to do it. She didn't want to do it at all.
I heard they
I
make
don't
Like,
decent
blame
money
you.
though.
yeah,
But
yeah,
at the same time, ghostwriting is a real thing nowadays.
hell
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's a real thing. And
A lot of
motherfuckers
mainstream
make
stuff.
make dumbass money off the shit.
yeah.
So, quick question for you, Nashvino, and then I'm gonna get back on Just Kendall because I think we got some untouched territory with him real quick. Um, so your role was as, and I'm just really thinking right now because I know how you can get so disenamored with the game and everything, but when you stepped out of that role and stepped out of it and said fuck it, step back, did that make you love hip hop more or hate it or like what is your what are your feelings right now? Because once we get done with a little bit about Just Kendall, we're gonna jump into something that I think is very 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 important.
Um, I liked it even more because I understood a little bit more about it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
not necessarily, oh, that song is dope. Like what has to make the song, like the effort, just like basically how the topic is made. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then about that time, my other brother was starting to want to rap.
You said your publicist?
No, no, my other one of my other brothers.
Oh, okay, your brother. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I
Yeah.
remember you saying something about him because that's how we linked that shit with 510.
Yep. So
And
and he was so
510 is that
different,
guy, man.
so weird.
Shout out to
Like
510.
I put all my energy into him.
Right. So you were writing rhymes for him?
Hell no. I'm just saying, like
Oh, I was about to say. Oh, the business side.
right, and then just like just making sure to keep him motivated. You know what I'm saying? And like being that shoulder for him to listen to, because being a new artist, that shit is hard as hell.
Man, it's hard as fuck. Say that again to Just Kendall. Say
Shit,
that
being a new
again.
artist, that shit is awful. Like the amount of shit you got to deal with every day, how much it takes for you to get up and go do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Go to the studio or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That shit was a
Nah, yeah, I couldn't hang either.
What? You got to come on, man. You listen. You in a whole interview and you over here mumbling.
Oh,
You
y'all can
can't
hear
do
me?
mumbling, bro.
My
Can't do
bad.
mumbling.
I was gonna say no. I couldn't hang either.
But if you can't hang with what she's saying, and it's 10 times harder now, then see you're already throwing backdoor words to yourself.
no. I'm being honest.
No, I'm not talking about what you said.
Talking
I'm
about
talking about
him.
what him. Yeah.
He's saying the way things were for me
Yeah.
back then.
Who gives a fuck? No disrespect. But who gives a fuck? No, because you know what? I say that because nobody gives a fuck what happened to me a long time ago.
That's true.
I got shitted
Absolutely.
on so many fucking times, over music and over production and shit like that. Jesse Saunders. Yeah, I'm throwing your name out there, nigga, because you still owe me money.
Damn.
Jesse Saunders signed me to his label called Gangster Boogie Productions. Now, listen, if you don't know who you're from Chicago and you don't know who Jesse Saunders is, something wrong with you. Jesse Saunders is one of the originators of house music.
Okay.
I ended up meeting him through some other people, and he heard my shit, signed me to a production deal, a very, very fucked up production deal. But when I was living in LA at the time, I was dealing with a bunch of producers and shit. We were all living in the same condos. Bobcat, producer, There was a group called Soul Tree that just got signed. That's actually their apartment where we used to all meet at. Shout out to Xavier if you're still around, boy. I still remember you. The group is called Soul Tree. They had just got signed to Motown, and there used to be so many producers and rappers and shit over there that were up and coming and all kinds of shit. But Bobcat and if I'm not mistaken, Bobcat and Soul Tree, and there was some other shit that had to do with the soundtrack for Above the Rim. So I was in there when they were making a lot of that shit for Above the Rim. And when I got the contract from Jesse Saunders and Gangsta Boogie Productions, and I didn't have a lawyer, I didn't have shit, and I showed Bobcat, and he was like, I mean, this is how it is. You know what I'm saying? This is like 1992, 93, something like that. And he's like, yeah, just sign it, bro. But I will tell you this, it's a fucked up contract, but take advantage of everything that this motherfucker's saying, right? So he's saying I got access to the studio 24/7. That means go in there when it's uncomfortable for that nigga. Make it uncomfortable for him all the fucking time. Be in there, be in there, be in there, be in there, be in there. Learn everything because this is one of your first deals on production side. So be in there and learn and make it uncomfortable for him. And that's what I did. I'd be in that motherfucking studio. He lived at Universal City in LA in these condos. So it was a 3-story condo. The top story of his condo was a full-blown studio. Like ridiculous equipment I never seen before, shit like that. And I would be in there daily, nightly. I would leave from there, like, all right, see you later. Come back 1 o'clock in the morning because I'm feeling creative. Fucking buzzes shit. They used to call me Fat Rat. And I'm like, it's me, Fat Rat. Bzz. Well, he's contractually obligated to let me in. Now I go up to the studio and leave me there till 4 or 5 in the morning. Let me experiment, let me do whatever. I learned everything. I learned so much there. But I took advantage of, because I wasn't going to get any money. Technically, I don't even have the contracts that I signed anymore. You know what I mean? But I have talked to that dude. I almost called him some. This is when MySpace was out. Real quick story. I found him and we got on a call and I was like, yeah, man, so I need my bread, bro. I'm in Chicago, and he's like, well, I live in LA, so, here's what I can do for you. I can make sure you get, like, 1 million hits on a song or something. We could trade the money that I owe you for hits on MySpace. And I'm like, we just moved to Chicago, nigga. I need the bread. Fuck what you talking about. Because I ended up getting millions of hits and views and shit on fucking MySpace before I even knew how to monetize that shit. I was one of the first ones to get millions, like 1 million, 2 million hits on one particular beat or whatever. But anyways, that's another story. But it's a lot of shit, bro. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of letdowns. There's a lot of everything. And you have to prepare yourself mentally for all of it. You have to prepare yourself mentally for people that you're even close with that may go against you, that may be jealous, that may not understand the work ethic. But then there are those that are going to understand the work ethic and they're going to be by your side. That's going to help you with the sacrifices that you're going to need to make because there's going to be a lot. People are not going to understand that you're an artist and you have to work and you have to get these things that are going on in your brain all the time and you have to get them out. Because the more you keep them in, the more you're a fucked up individual, the more you end up in fucking jail or something. You know what I'm saying? This artistry is an outlet. You feel me? It's an outlet.
Absolutely.
It's a creative outlet. And you got to be in tune to that. It's important that you're in tune to that. And it's important that the people that are around you are in tune that that's how you feel and that's what you want and that's what you desire. But your desire has to match everything.
Yeah.
Your work ethic, your thought process, how you treat
Absolutely.
people. It's a big deal. It's a lot of work, but I wish you the best. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you get the right team. Hopefully some things maybe you heard tonight help you. I don't know, Nashvino, what the fuck? You just sitting
So
there.
speaking about artistry, if there was any song that you could recreate, make it your own, what song would you pick?
Wait, can you say that one more time?
So any song that's already been made that you would like to remake, make it
That you
your
can
own.
remake and make your own.
Uh, Fetty Wap out the hood. Like, and I'm gonna say this. Like, Fetty Wap had this little period back in like 2016, whatever the case may be, with Trap Queen or whatever. But I've been like recently, I've been like listening to all type of music, like BTS, country, pop, K-pop, literally everything. And I started coming back, you feel me, though, regular rap or whatever. And I seen Fetty had dropped a little mixtape or whatever, and I'm going through it, and I play out the hood, and I'm like, damn, like this Fetty, like from back then, this is so much growth. Like on some, like not trying to, dick ride or nothing, but it's just like behind the gimmick is like he slept on. And listening to Out the Hood, I was like low key repeating. And I was like, this shit low key a jam. Like I could low key like remake this and make this my own. If I could, I would.
Okay.
Let me give you a tip. Just something to keep back in your head.
Okay.
If you ever, I'm going to break this down for you. If you ever break into Billboard Top 500, okay, you ain't slipping. Now, shit changes as you get into the Billboard charts, right?
All right.
Fetty Wap has had #1 hits. He'll never get slept on. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. If you break into the Billboard Top 100, you're eating for the rest of your life as long as your paperwork and everything is straight. You will never have to really concern yourself with bread. Top 50, whole nother story. You're never going to have to worry about bread, but the demands are going to be a little bit higher.
Okay.
Then it jumps from top 50, I think, to top 20.
Yep.
You get in that top 20, everything is set. You know what I'm saying? Because the ones below that, if you haven't done your paperwork and shit right, something happens to you, God forbid, your kids may not eat. If you get into that top 20, top 30, and your paperwork ain't right, boy, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something really fucking wrong with you. Top 20, Jesus Christ, a whole different game. Top 10.
That's mainstream.
Well, even top 30 mainstream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That
like,
top 10 is a whole nother level of fucking celebrity. Top 5. You talking about bread, expectations, pressure, shit that you will not be able to fucking fathom. That's why it's important that even at the bottom level, that you keep your shit together and you understand how this fucking game works. Because everybody, the higher you get up that fucking shit, the more people are gonna poke at you, prod and want and take and do shit. You got to figure out where your money's at. You got to hire an accountant that you can trust. You got to, because you don't want to be hit with no shit. And they say that the IRS says you owe $3 million, but you're supposed to be worth 50 million, and you're like, why do I only? Wait a minute, all my liquidated assets and everything are only worth $1 million. What the fuck? Shit gets real. So you have to understand all these things in the very, very bottom stages. Is really what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Understand all this shit. Apply the pressure before the pressure is felt. You know what I'm saying? Apply the
absolutely.
pressure on yourself before the pressure is felt. That way, when the pressure is on you, it's nothing. It's nothing. And the team that you have, apply the pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? Help everybody understand what exactly your sacrifices are and what you're willing to do once it's all happening. Now, I'm not saying you got to fucking give everybody $1 million home or anything like that, but, when you're sacrificing and somebody's watching your child or somebody's doing this and doing that, just like, fuck, just believe in me like I believe in me. But my mom used to tell me something. Because I used to say, people think I'm cocky and this and that. She's like, no, 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 son. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. The people that are hating like that are the people that are just in their own insecurities. If you believe in yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. And if people believe in you, they'll understand your sacrifices for whatever you're trying to do. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I always stand in the belief of myself. I believe, I know what I can do. I know what I'm fucking capable of. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Thomas. He said, when y'all get a chance, name the top 10 still active right now. Come on, bro. Active right now as in what? In what? The last decade? That's easy. Easy money. But you understand what I'm saying, hopefully. And hopefully some of this makes an impact on what you're doing and what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody here on rap wants to discourage you. But there are going to be there will be naysayers, and I might even be a naysayer just to get a reaction. I want to see how you respond, because if this very first interview you have has touched your fucking nerves, well then, shit. I don't even know what to tell you when they get in there with some real motherfucking journalists and shit done pulled up shit out your past and everything else done dug deeper than what you're used to, you know. Shit, I don't know. Naj, what you think?
I mean, he's well spoken. I mean, like he had a lot of insightful things to say. I think
Mm-hmm.
in the interview, I think the problem comes in when people aren't comfortable speaking on their behalf.
Right.
And
You can always say it's none of your fucking business.
true that, true that.
That's always an option, because the fact of the matter is, and then you know what they're going to say? Do you know what they're going to say? You're a public figure, so it is our business. Yeah, I'm a public figure when I'm fucking heat detector, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not heat detector right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm George. Goddamn, I'm Jorge. Nigga, get out of my face. I ain't got shit to say to you. No, that's facts.
Yeah.
It's facts. You're Kendall right now. You're not just Kendall. You're Kendall right now, and that Kendall don't. He don't really be fucking with that just Kendall nigga. You know what I'm saying? Them two niggas don't get along too well. You know what I'm saying? Because he just want to be by himself doing his own thing, and I want to be like away from everybody.
Felt.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
felt. Yeah.
So you know, just understand you don't always have to be on all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be just Kendall all the time. You can just be Kendall without no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? You can just, yeah. Wow, she's very serious face right now. I don't know what that's all about.
Am I?
She's deep in she looked deep in thought right there, right?
Yeah, kind of
She
little
was
bit.
she looked like she was trying to figure out what just Kendall really meant. She's like, and he just said you don't have to be just Kendall. But then when somebody says, don't be just Kendall, you don't be just Kendall, but how can he be just Kendall if he's just Kendall? The fuck out of here, I'm twisted, bro. Okay, so what happened? I'm fucking with you, Nasha.
Oh, shit.
NASHVINO. Hey, listen, Just Kendall, this has been great, man. I don't know what are your thoughts like. You know what I'm saying? Because we got something we got to shift to in just a minute, which I think is very crazy.
Man, I was gonna say so far this interview, the podcast itself, low key been amazing. Like it's low key like a new experience for me, and it's just like I'm learning. As I'm learning, I'm having fun with it, and it's just like I'm blessed for y'all having me here again.
Thank
Definitely
you
my
so
pleasure.
much, man. It is the combination of Nasha's very serious face and me talking way too much. So yeah, thank you so much. Her serious face thanks you. I thank you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And also, Dr. Philette, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to put that in parentheses next to NASHVINO. Dr. Philette, uh, also thanks you very much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now let's get into some nitty gritty real quick. The whole theme of the show was supposed to be, but no disrespect or anything to Just Kendall or anything. We just got into everything that about being a young not rapper, but a young artist, and that's a beautiful thing. But the thought process is this. Nasha, you want to tell the people what the thought process is?
Yeah. So we're trying to determine if it's necessary for hip hop to have its own Hall of Fame.
Wait a minute. Wait. You didn't say if it's necessary because it's absolutely 100% necessary. You know what I'm saying?
You want to get the consensus. Is that what you're saying?
I know, like, why? Like, why is hip hop music not recognized and given the same dignity and respect and the understanding that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has, the motherfucking Country Music Hall of Fame has? We don't have property and have these big, beautiful buildings with memorabilia, and the state and the city that hosts the shit is making mad money. People are fucking. There's so much respect in getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when it ain't even. Well, actually, rock and roll is black music, but why in the fuck should a motherfucker want to be inside of that? And why in the fuck isn't there, and excuse my language, but I just feel so deeply about this shit. Like, why in the fuck is there not a hip hop music Hall of Fame dedicated? Maybe in the Bronx. Maybe they find some fucking property and build this extraordinary building like they did in Nashville, like they do in St. Louis. Isn't that where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is? I believe it's somewhere. Whatever.
I
Who
thought
gives
it was in
a
Ohio.
who gives a fuck? Who wants to be in that fucking place? Like every rapper that's been in that motherfucker and got inducted in it didn't really want to be in that motherfucker. Facts. LL Cool J just said some shit about somebody else getting inducted before him, and he was like, "Fuck the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame." You know what I'm saying? But then when he got inducted, of course, he went up there and was like, yo. Yeah, man, get your ass out of here. Like for real, there needs to be a fucking, like, with all these rappers, we got billionaires now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't motherfuckers put together the money? Use the same strategies. Use the same as white fucking real estate motherfuckers or whatever. I'm sure these super rich, because I know if I was worth $1 billion, if I was Kanye and $9 billion, I'm putting together some motherfuckers. I'm finding a city, and I'm saying, listen, all of these motherfuckers that know me as investors and know me as this shit, I need bread. I need this building. I need the fucking the taxes and the shit and the contractors and everything. I need this shit built now. And I need the same integrity that they give the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Country Music Hall of Fame. It needs to be the same integrity. We don't not no bullshit ass awards. I need it to be recognized with the same dignity and respect. We're talking about an art form that has transcended every genre of music today. It is globally the biggest moneymaker, to put it in layman's terms. It is the biggest trendsetter. It is the biggest of everything. I read something recently that said rap music alone brings in over $1 trillion a year. That is more than some of the biggest countries in the world, the gross national product. That means rap music makes more money than the whole fucking than countries. What?
That's right.
That is facts. And who are the movers and the shakers of this entire culture? It's us
Well,
people
I
of
think
melanin.
what you just said a lot, and you kind of question the way because
I'm
the
sorry,
one thing
you're really breaking up. Seriously, like if you
I
might
don't know
need to
what
get closer.
you know what I think if I need to come out and come back in again. 'Cause it
Okay.
sounds terrible.
Yeah, it sounds. Yeah, you're jumping in and out, but when you're closer, okay, we'll wait on it. What do you think, Justin? You're young, so you don't really know. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't. I was gonna say, and especially like it's no like the fact that the music industry bring in over $1 trillion and like the people of Melon is really running that shit ain't no real surprise. Cause it's like if you really think about it, we always been destined for something great. Like and just because of the fact like white people run that shit, low key like I know it pissed them off. Like if you really think about it. It's just
Well, I
like
think you're thinking about more superficial. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because think about this, and I don't know where you were at the time when that shit went crazy on TikTok when the white girl went on Jimmy Fallon and she didn't give really no props and Jimmy Fallon was like, "Oh, so you made up all these dances and everything?" She's like, "Yeah." And every black TikToker went crazy and they pretty much shut down TikTok for like a month with no content, which means it was dry ass fucking mayonnaise ass TikTok.
You know what's funny?
But
Cause I
they
went
only
around
did
for
it
that.
for a minute. They only did it for a minute though. That's the problem. They didn't steadfast. See, and that's the other problem with. Let me wait for NASHVINO, man, because there's bigger things to unwrap right here than I think you can comprehend. But I think once you hear them, you know what I'm saying, you'll
Yeah.
understand. There she goes.
She go.
All right, there she is. So I was just telling him about when TikTok, when the white girl went on Jimmy Fallon, and he was like, "Oh, you learned all these dances and everything," and she was really, it really is about the stealing of the culture,
Yeah,
culture vultures. And so a lot of the black TikTokers that are moving and making all these dances and doing all this shit that everybody's doing stopped, and they fucked TikTok up. But that was only for like a fucking month. Now, do you know? This is where I stopped with you, Just Kendall.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what would happen if the melanin community stopped spending money and only spent money with other people of color? Do you know what would happen to the gross national product of the United States? We're just talking about this country alone. We ain't talking about if it was a whole movement. But it has to be a whole fucking movement in this country first. That means you ain't going to fuck Burger King. You ain't doing no. You're going over there to Tyrone's fucking soul food. You know, if you want to eat out, you know what I'm saying. You're buying your clothes because they say that the black dollar leaves the. I don't know how to put this, but I don't want to sound stupid or either. But
leave our
the
community.
it leaves the community 10 times faster than any other community. That
That's
means as
true.
soon as the dollar gets, it's gone.
Yep.
Now, other communities, the dollar stays longer within their community. That's why they have Chinatown, they have shit, because they're keeping the money within the community and shit like that. But these types of thought processes have been broken and fucked up within the
Yeah.
black community, or people of melanin. I hate saying black because there's so many levels to blackness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, it's unfortunate that a lot of motherfuckers would jump over a dollar to get to a penny, and that is a statement from a Jewish person. He said, you know, stop hanging around people that'll jump over a dollar and get to a penny, and stay with the ones that'll bypass the penny to get to the dollar. You know what I'm saying? And that's a really heavy statement when you think about it.
Yep.
Because how many people you know that will hop over a dollar to get to a penny? They don't even know what that fucking means when you say it to them.
And that might be why we don't have what we're discussing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was just thinking about how some of the shit that might come into play. So like us like having to get the building space to have it. You need permits, You need to apply for, it to become a national landmark, all kinds of shit. You can not have to pay
You
taxes,
don't think
blah, blah, blah.
Kanye's worth $9 billion? You don't think he knows real estate
No,
moguls?
what
You
I'm
don't
saying,
think
but
he?
why doesn't he want to do it?
I don't know. Maybe
Because
the
he probably don't
trust,
want to fuck with fears.
because the trust. Listen, this is the most insane thing about people of melanin. Because we can gather 15, 20 motherfuckers with the same mindset, right? Out of 100, that's nothing, because the rest of them are living in such a fucking broken state of mind that they're just waking up tomorrow, and even though they'll see it, they'll flick right past that shit. Like, anybody trying to hear that shit? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I gotta wake up and go to the corner store because I live in a fucking food desert. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They ain't even they're not even giving it that much thought. They're just going, I'm going to go get breakfast, and that's a bag of Cheetos with meat and cheese in it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, do you want to hear the truth? Do you want this shit unwrapped, or do you want to fucking go listen to Fox News? You know, I'm telling you the truth. So many people of our color live in food desert. Do you know what a food desert is? Young
Yep.
Just Kendall, do you know what a food desert is?
No.
A food desert is where the grocery stores and shit are just, they're strategically put so far away that people of melanin that don't have transportation or don't have the means are not able to fucking go.
Yep.
So they have to fucking shop and do all these shit at these fucking corner stores that's going to charge them $10 for a gallon of milk and have their kids eating fucking hot fries and fucking cheese and shit for breakfast on their way to school.
Mm.
These are things to think about. See, Unwrapped is more deep than motherfuckers think. This is not about argument. This is about sparking the argument.
Yep.
This is about invoking some kind of fucking reaction, because something's got to happen.
Yeah.
You know, you got if you got 100 niggas sleeping, maybe 15 wake up every fucking morning and try to do something. The rest are just sleeping just because. When I'm not saying sleeping here, I'm saying sleep, like for real sleep, because they feel like there ain't no reason to get up. For what?
Yep. And there might not be.
A broken soul is a motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Because consider being one of those people that live in the food desert, but you don't even know you live in the food desert. You don't know something's wrong with your circumstance. Because that's how you've always been.
I don't know. I feel a lot of different ways about it, and I know we're going to get back onto this Hip Hop Hall of Fame, but I think a lot of this is privy to that conversation, because you don't have to be a fucking genius to figure shit out. You just have to have wherewithal. You know what I mean? And I ain't talking about being woke. You know, when my brother passed, got killed, it sparked a lot of fucking shit in me. What it did spark for a long time was just me being fucking drunk and stupid and not even thinking. But when I got up out of my stupor, I understood some things that I just didn't like. I didn't want, and I refused to allow happen to me or anybody that I love and care about anymore. So, me being the individual that I am, I'm a very outspoken person. I do my homework. I don't speak ignorantly or anything like that. So, I spread knowledge and wisdom that I know of understanding. And if they don't believe it, do some homework and research, and then you can figure it out for your motherfucking self. Don't just take my word for it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I try not to spread anything that is fucking garbage to the mind. I talk a lot of shit, but I'm a different individual. Not everybody's like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to us, those that do understand. It's up to us to fucking, even if you wake up one person, that's good enough. You know, it's not the status quo, but it's good enough, because at least that one person may wake somebody else up, and it may wake up the next Malcolm X. It may wake up the next Martin Luther King, but on some whole different shit, because that's a whole different era.
Right.
I wish, real quick, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up because I'm pretty sure you guys got shit to say. I wish that motherfuckers that are online right now that get mad when they're called nigga or nigger with a hard ER by somebody that's quick to fucking fight somebody and quick to punch a motherfucker in the face. And take that same motherfucking energy with that same reasoning and thought why you don't want to be called that and use it for something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Enlighten somebody else around you. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, how about say something at your fucking job that sparks change at your job that they stop people from fucking doing this shit? You know what I'm saying? They stop, like the manager stops allowing this shit. That the manager tells the motherfucker to get the fuck out, calls the police, or does whatever before it even comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Be an activist within your own self. Sorry, sometimes I get on a rant because things are so. I'm a passionate person. I'm sorry. Things, I feel a certain way about a lot of goddamn things. So, yeah, I'm gonna relinquish the mic. My bad. Go ahead. Anybody, everybody, scream. No, go ahead. Come on.
No, I feel you. I feel you. Though. It's a passionate subject because at the end of the day, we as the hip hop community deserve type of shit. We deserve type of recognition. But it's like, who is gonna lead the charge? And then once the charge is led, who's gonna keep that shit going? You know what I'm saying? It's like so much into it. I think the problem we fall into is that no one ever is consistent. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna always feel like, oh, I'm doing 90, this motherfucker right here is doing 2. You
Because
know,
niggas,
yeah,
niggas don't trust niggas.
niggas do not niggas and niggas don't nig. Niggas
Yeah,
Hey,
don't
niggas
nig
won't
every
admit it.
day.
hey, some truth to that.
Hey, listen, I tell everybody, and I got told by somebody that it was a fucking farce, but there's the Willie Lynch letters that stand true to this day. I don't give a fuck when they were wrote, but
Yeah.
they were wrote. Period. And it's called How to Break a Negro. And I think that every fucking person of melanin should read that shit. If not read it, listen to it. Because the understanding that you will have after you read or listen to it will not. First of all, if 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 you don't have a heart, then God bless you in this life, but whatever. But if you have a heart, it will break your heart for every
Will
ancestor that you ever had in your fucking life
parts. Yeah.
and what they went through and where we're at today and the sadness of it all today. I
It's relevant,
promise you. It
like a
is
motherfucker.
relevant as shit. It was written in the 1800s or 1700s. There's debate that motherfuckers say it was written whenever it was written. I don't give a fuck when it was written.
Could be
The
written
fact,
yesterday, goddammit. It's
yeah,
fact.
but the fact that white people read that shit and know that shit and understand that shit and use that shit, and because it's not hard to tell, even if it was written in the 1900s, early 1900s, it's relevant today. If it was written in the 1700s, it's relevant today. If
That
it's
shit is the
1800s,
infrastructure for
relevant
today.
today. It was written in 1991. God damn it, it's
Yep.
relevant today.
That shit is the infrastructure for today.
It is the utmost that you read that shit. I promise you, Just Kendall, it will change your perspective on a lot of shit. I promise you. And I implore anybody out there listening, anybody that's ever a part of anything. This is why I talk so much shit. I don't just talk shit just to hear myself talk. I really truly try to spread some real intelligent conversation, some real shit that will invoke someone to make change. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fucking fun and jokes and everything within it. Of course, that's the whole thing. But with the whole big point of it is we're trying to unwrap everything. We're trying to unwrap rap. And if we unwrap rap, we got to unwrap ourselves. We got to unwrap our thought process. We got to unwrap the whole shit. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
I get
To a T.
long-winded. I'm sorry. I apologize. I get long-winded because I'm passionate about it. You know what I mean?
I just think it's sad.
Huh?
I think the whole shit is sad.
What's sad?
Just all the how shit works. Like people's
Okay.
minds.
So what is your thought process then? So don't just say it's just sad. You got it, because if you say it's just sad, then somebody listens like, oh, she right, and then that's it.
But it's like piggybacking on what you said earlier, how you say, you know, you reach one person, you make that impact. I kind of feel like it's the same thing in the same way. Like it takes one person to really make an impact. So it
So
really
what would
takes
three
one
people do?
person.
What are three people capable of doing then? Doesn't God say more than one person in a crowd, right? I hear you. Some shit like that. I don't know. Not super Christian or anything like that. But
Yeah.
if you bring more than one person in front of me, right?
Yep.
That's why people they want prayer more than one person, right?
Right.
Okay. So even so what? That's what we doing here. It's only me could only bring one. Come on now, you guys got to bring me more energy right now.
I
Can't
wonder
be just
though.
me. If you bring one person, you bring one person, you bring one person. Like what the hell? That's three people.
But do you think that if I keep saying this shit over and over again, I think it applies to how people raise their children and how families are
Right.
structured now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because like I just feel like the youth, and this goes from the little kids up to motherfuckers in their early 30s now. People do not have respect for themselves. They don't have respect for their parents, and those people are they're having children, and not because they want to raise a family. They have kids because they fuck it,
Right.
and then they have kids that they have to take care of because they're here, but they didn't really want them in the first fucking place. And instead of them actually taking care of the kids, learning the kids, loving the kids, spending time with them, they just buy them shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like these people are growing up, and then they're the ones that are, it's like stair steps to fuckery.
Hmm.
Wow. Stair steps to fuckery. I like that.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's like
powerful.
you can see this shit in every aspect of your life. Give me an example. You go to the bank now. Motherfuckers at the bank are not professional at all. They on the same shit as somebody would be working at a fucking Popeye. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm coming to your place to patronize you, and this motherfucker ain't even told me thank you. I ain't get no smile. You damn near said what the fuck you want when I walked
And
in
you
there.
lucky they not on their phone.
Right. And it's like, you know, I used to be I used to do customer service in the call
Yeah.
center. And like the one thing I take from that job is every fucking place you go to is somebody at their job.
Right.
So if that person didn't give a fuck because some shit happened in their personal life, you know, you might get all kind of shit. But it's like nobody in this world has time to act great, like extend patience. You know what I'm saying? Like we all, everybody's like, you gonna get you before you get that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
We have to act that way because the motherfuckers who we face with. Every day we walk outside to a bunch of motherfuckers who care about themselves, they don't care about shit, except they drip and all that old stupid. They chasing online. Like motherfuckers' whole lives are structured around their online presence.
Back to the boss mama and the, you know what I'm saying?
Poppy chulos and shit.
Right.
Poppy chulos
Motherfuckers
and all
can't get
that
up in
shit.
the morning without checking their social media. Like I know George. I'm sorry. I know you seen your children in the morning when they get ready for school or whatever. They ain't moving without that goddamn phone.
Well, I'll be on everybody's ass about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not privy to that a little bit, but I really am just focused on unwrap shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't really be.
You can't see that kind of shit.
But I be like, even with Jessica and shit, I'd be like, really, you just gonna sit there on your fucking phone? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want me to watch a movie with you? You want me to be right here, but motherfucker, you on your phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
My significant other definitely does cut me off from time to time because
so
yeah,
you want my attention, put the phone down.
yeah,
Because when you ask for my attention, I set the motherfucker down and I don't pick it up. I don't give a fuck if it's ringing. I don't pick it up
yeah. But see,
unless
it's
it's
as simple as
emergency.
that. People don't understand that. Like, if we was to have a dinner party and invite a whole bunch of young motherfuckers and we say put your phone in the bowl, nobody
You know
gets their
what's gonna
phone. We're gonna
happen?
actually,
If you don't do that, they're all gonna be like this
yep, yep,
at a dinner party.
Straight
Generally,
facts.
when I invite people over for dinner and shit like that, I tell motherfuckers phones are not allowed at the fucking table.
and you
You're
can
not gonna
apply that shit
disrespect.
to the world.
You're not gonna disrespect the meal and disrespect everybody that's sitting here at this table breaking bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh,
But damn, you're right, Nash. You really you 100% right. There's a lot. There's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot to.
Unwrap.
There's a lot to unwrap. You know what I mean? Shit. Life is a motherfucker though. But here we are. But here we are. And I like to think that we're trying to take some steps in the right direction and maybe move things in the right direction. Hopefully, people are hearing this and getting the right shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though we talk a lot of shit, do whatever, but you know, what else can we do? But to feel like you're actually doing your part is great, don't you think, Nash?
yeah, yeah. I would hope that us putting in work and putting it together, it would give other young artists opportunities to come on and talk. Maybe somebody's watching, and snap them up, and they one day be inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame that we speaking to exist.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking, see, that's why you hear and I
Speaking in
say
depth.
that. Speak it into existence, and I say that in a different perspective. I say it as in speak indefinites. I tell everybody that I even fuck with to speak indefinites. Don't give me
Yeah,
halfway backdoor words. Speak indefinites so I know what I'm dealing with because I'm going to speak indefinites with you. You know what I'm saying? Not you
yeah.
personally, but I'm just saying whenever I'm talking to someone.
I also too what I come to respect because sometimes people will be like, "Well, what's your plan?" And you want a motherfucker to be like, "This is what I'm gonna do here, here, and here." And sometimes people don't have that. Sometimes they just think they do better than what they have. And to me, that's the first step. You
Right.
know what I mean? So I'm learning to respect that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like even dealing with music and shit, like I tell a lot of motherfuckers, we got to go through the honeymoon stage first because I like to get to know you, see what you about, see what your whole shit is, see if I even want to fuck with you. You know what I mean? I might got excited, like the first date, and it's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you for real. Second, third date, you're like, wait a minute, hold on. This motherfucker ain't focused. This motherfucker ain't got his shit together. This motherfucker ain't, you know what I mean? And in order for me to really give what I got to give to that relationship, that person has to be willing to not only accept it, but put in the fucking work, which goes back to one of the things he was saying about getting off his chest about his relationship. It's 50-50. I'm only
Some
going to give somebody with the same energy they give me. You give me shitty energy, guess what I'm going to give you? I'm gonna do my
Sometimes
best
you're
not to.
dealing with a shitty person.
I'm really gonna do my best not to, but you're not gonna get shit out of me, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's so crazy how look how the get it off your chest kind of works with everything we just been talking about. Isn't that
yeah.
fucking? Is That's
Beautiful.
amazing because that's a real thought process. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Nash?
Since you brought that up. So when we talking about building the hip hop hall of fame, right? There's going to be a lot of money laying around, a lot of shit exchanging hands, a lot of this, that, a lot of that. I read recently that the founder of Black Lives Matter, I guess she got investigated or whatever, and they said she gave like $1.8 million to her baby daddy and her brother, and
Oh,
these were,
fuck.
and it's
Mm.
like that shit also is the type of stuff that happens when we try to do shit. Sometimes, you know,
Sometimes.
I would
That's
hope,
that's what's called mismanagement of funds, but it's also called what is they have an actual name for it now, where within the melanin community because people don't understand how to finance and how to understand finances, financial illiteracy.
yeah,
Financial illiteracy. That girl could have been smart if it was a girl, boy, whoever in the fuck, he, she, whatever in the fuck, just to be politically correct. Because I don't want nobody saying, well, that's not a he, she doesn't identify, whatever. Um, uh, uh, she could have all the degrees and all the fucking everything and the wherewithal to make the Black Lives Matter movement. but has zero financial understanding. And this is why the money probably got moved. She was able to get talked into moving that money like that
Mm-hmm.
and giving it to it. Or the nigga that told her to do it might have been on some real pimp shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's very possible too. Because I understand that shit to the utmost.
That's true.
And for those of you that don't understand the whole pimp shit, go back and look at some of our old shit, and you'll understand what the fuck I'm talking about. We might revisit that one again because
Yeah.
it was powerful,
And you
very
know what?
powerful.
This scenario could have been flipping your taxes on a much grander scale, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. Well, goddamn, what time is it? Are we running out of time?
10:25.
10:45. I think we got about 50 more minutes.
25.
Okay, that gives us 25 more minutes. Anybody? Anybody want to say anything? You know what I'm saying? Let's just talk. Let's just have regular, normal people talk. I don't think we can, but we can try.
Just Kendall, where can people find you? Like, what's the socials?
Say it again, man.
Where can people find you? What's the socials?
Oh, I got Twitter, I got Instagram, Facebook,
Okay, but
Snapchat.
they
Are you
need
just Kendall?
Um, now all my accounts is under Kenny LaFleur. Really, I haven't yet to change it.
Don't
Is it
worry
Kenny
about
with a
it. That
Y
ain't
or not?
shit. As long as they can reach you.
You what you would say?
Is that Kenny with a Y or not?
What a why?
Okay. Do you have any
Yeah.
music on YouTube?
I had one song on YouTube. It was Composure.
Okay.
That was before I got registered through ASCAP and BMI.
Okay.
Okay, throw that out there. Good luck, man. Throw that shit out there. Let motherfuckers know you registered.
Yeah, so and I was planning to drop some more music just on YouTube, like Felony, Heavy, and a couple other songs, just to show people like it's getting legit. And like it's so much I got planned that I don't wanna spill yet because I'm
No, no,
kind of
no, no,
excited.
no, brother. Speak your shit into existence. This is the very thing we're talking about. Speak your real shit and speak into it existence. Because if you again goes to like my mama said, you know what I'm saying? If I don't believe in myself, nobody else will. So speak that shit to an existence. Put it in the universe and be like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is what's going to happen. And this is where you will see me. You feel me?
I will. I'm low key giving a shout out to Chris, CEO of Dumb. He been low key going crazy with the apparel. I was just having a conversation with my boy the other day, and he was willing to promote me or whatever the case, give me a sponsorship through Dumb. And it's just like
Okay.
I've been going to school with him since like sixth grade, and like that's been my boy regardless. Like
Okay.
for real, like his apparel went international. Like he was
See?
on the news, met Chance. Like my man's doing big things already,
Okay.
and he
But
ain't
your
even
work
20.
ethic has to fucking match his.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I'm working on.
No, don't work on it, do it. That's
I'm
exactly what
doing.
I'm doing.
That's
You know what
exactly
I'm
what I'm
saying?
doing.
And it's great to keep people like that around you. That's gonna give you something to shoot for.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Well, let people know how to get a hold of you, like NASHVINO said. Let people know, find me at, Twitter at
Definitely.
NO.
Um, Follow me on Instagram at Kenny underscore LaFleur, Facebook Kenny LaFleur, Snapchat Dello World, Twitter I can't connect. You feel me? Run it up. Um,
If I gotta say something about any of that shit, I would say change all of it back to,
just
go in there,
Kendall.
change it to Just Kendall.
I'm
Because
definitely
if that's
changing
what you're
that.
going by, make sure everything matches, make sure everything is right there. You know what I'm saying? Just another step, just a baby step, just to get you. You know what I mean? You got to crawl before you walk.
And
Absolutely.
stick with that shit. Like Stick with it.
like a religion.
Yeah.
So what? So what? So what? So what? You know what I feel like, Nashvino?
Yes.
I feel like, and listen, Just Kendall, I'm not going to keep you out the conversation. I'm going to say this shit right now. I'm going to say this shit to everybody. This has probably been one of the best free feeling, free balling ass, no weight on the shoulder ass, god damn it, greatest shows so far on Unwrap, especially having a young artist with great mentality, with great understanding. You know, that's a breath of fresh air. You feel me? We deal with so many young people right now, man. They just act out of their goddamn body. And us as older people, we want to smack the shit out of them. I would never want to smack shit out of you. I would want to shake your hand and guide you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And even with the ones I want to smack shit out of, I wish I could grab their hand and shake it and guide them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But most of the time, we just walk off and be like, God damn, I don't know who the fuck they mom and daddy is, but they need to get a hold of that motherfucker. But anyways.
Immediately.
Yeah, immediate.
Expeditiously.
Yeah, expeditiously, right? With the bullhorn. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say that this has been a great interview, man. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this whatsoever. And I feel grateful for both of you. I feel grateful for everything that has just happened. And shit, Naj, you know what the fuck you got to say? Huh? Shit.
I'm glad to see somebody young with a positive outlook. I just really hope you keep this going. You change yourself, your family, and in like 5 years, you look back like, man, look how far I've come. You said you have a kid. There's
She
no
said,
better motivation than that.
she asked you, did you have a kid?
Yeah.
He got a
No
daughter.
better motivation than that.
I got a 6-month-old daughter.
Oh hell yeah! I got a 7-month-old daughter.
She's my greatest joy.
Oh,
Yeah, but they
Greatest
at that
joy.
age when they start moving and
joy.
shit.
Love her to
All
death.
right,
She's my
so
twin.
you know what this is. You know what this is. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? You know what it's been. You know what it's gonna be. I just love talking shit.
I think
You know, hey, relax. It's all good. This has been Unwrapped, baby. This has been Heat Detector, NASHVINO, the godmother, and our
yes.
special guest, motherfucking Just Kendall. Y'all better watch out for this young man, because he's coming. And if
And I'm
you
coming
believe
strong.
what he believes, he probably gonna put rappers on notice. You know what I'm talking about? He gonna put rappers on notice. Okay? And you know what this is. NASHVINO. You know I love you, baby. Thank you so much. Just
Indeed.
Kendall. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, man.
This has been Unwrapped, boy. And look, once again, I want to say one thing before we head out. I apologize for the whole team, the whole squad, and everything for not being on Friday. But to tell you the truth, Friday was a lot of things going on. You know, bought my son a car. We was at the dealership for fuck till almost 8 o'clock. I was trying to get up out of there, couldn't get out of there. And even when I contacted NASHVINO, Jesus, and I was like, yo, where you at? She was on the road too. So we said, fuck it. We gonna do it on Saturday though, because we ain't gonna miss a beat. I promise you we ain't gonna miss a beat. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody and nothing else. So when I posted that shit that unfortunate things happen, that means it was unfortunate that I was at the fucking lot getting my son a goddamn car, but that shit's priority. You know what I'm saying? And whatever NASHVINO was doing, I back her shit up too. But we back at it like crack addicts, just like always. So we didn't miss a beat, nigga. You just missed us for 24 hours, and that's it. And we here. You understand? We ain't going nowhere. Y'all thought the shit. Wait. Y'all thought this shit was over? You thought we was done? Nah, nigga. We just got started. Okay? I'm just saying. So good night, good love, and good peace. Anybody else got something to say?
No, I think it's been one.
All right.
It's been a real one.
Hey. So once again, that is the incredible rhyme animal unwrap. Listen, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Again, apologies for not being there Friday at 8:30 like we always do. But anytime we miss Friday, guess you better trust and believe we gonna be back on Saturday. Matter of fact, we gonna start doing more content. Matter of fact, we're gonna start doing better. We will start doing better, and we will start having more content that you can fucking look up and just see it, and just have different fucking interviews and different shit that just a multitude of good fuckery that you can hold on to. You understand what I'm saying? Well, we love y'all. Thank you very much. Anybody else got something to say? Go ahead.
Good fuckery is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Man, it's been a blessing. For real.
All right, everybody. You probably won't see us before next Friday. I'm telling you, man, things is changing and they changing fast. So hold on. Buckle your seatbelts, boy. Unwrap is coming at you, baby.